Welcome for the first night of the round of 32. So we're into knockout territory. Here we go. This is really where the World Cup gets going. Good to have you all here. We've got 20 minutes before we get moving, so I thought I'd just kick off early and we can see where we go. How is everyone? Okay, I'll do my thing that I do where I grab the link to my stream and share it with people. That way, that's all done beforehand. Just want to listen to myself a minute. Perfect, that's working. Okay, let me copy link, and I'm just going to drop it in a couple of groups, and then we're good to go. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. So pleased to be in the round of 32 section. So pleased. I'm going to cover a few bits actually. Before we get going, I can share my screen and I'll show what's going on. All right, mate. How's it going, Isaac? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming up. Please give this a reshare. Appreciate your comment. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm just going to drop this in a couple of groups. Wow. There it is. General. Here. Bang. I am live. Right, I'm going to do the same in one of these. All right, then we're good to go. I had to give my website a little bit of a facelift. So let me just share my screen a minute and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say that. What have we got? 20 minutes till we get going. South African boys getting ready to come on out. I tell you what, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what the South African boys have got, because I picked up quite a lot of flack from a South African audience, that's for sure. So hang on a minute. Right, so look, here is, let me just quickly adjust this to here. Right, there you are. Very quickly, if you want to go to my site and see what I'm doing with my challenge. By the way, thank you to all of the new followers. I've picked up like 1,000 followers in the last 24 hours. That's amazing. I really appreciate you all. So if you go to here, my link in my bio, it takes you into this tab, which I'm opening right now. And that takes you to my World Cup challenge. Basically, I said starting with 500, I was going to get to $10,000 through bets on every single match. I'm currently at $6,500. So we've got about 30 odd games left. So we're going to have to lift it up. Today, my bet that I've got on is on South Africa to be victorious. If I go back to my X account a minute, share this tab instead. I really dropped a bollock a couple of days ago when I posted, was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. Where was it? God, I've been posting a lot of like, here's what I think will happen. And I stupidly, it was this one. Here, I said South Korea are going to have a great time. And let me just show you there. And of course, South Africa beat them. And I had, look, you can see this one's had like 262,000 impressions and 511 comments. And all of those comments are basically from, let's get to it. South Africans just going absolutely bananas at me. Like, you're so wrong. I love everyone counted South Africa out. Here we go. So I made an apology. Surprise, surprise. We qualified. It was amazing. So many South Africans came at me. So I made the apology, but then I had a really good look into like how South Africa are getting on. And I have to say, I actually fancy them tonight. So back here, you can see I've put $200 on South Africa to win tonight. And if that comes in, that's going to give me $1,040. So I think that's in regulation time, though. I don't think that's extra time and pens. I haven't done like who progresses. And then also, this is the site that I've fixed up a bit. So let me just share this with you. So it now has the full bracket in. So what have we got? We've got, let's go down both sides and then I'll bring it back over and we'll start watching the game. So we've got Germany and Paraguay. That's happening tomorrow. I won't go through the dates and times of them all. I think Germany are going to progress from that one. We've got France and Sweden. I think France will progress from that pretty comprehensively. South Africa and Canada tonight. Fingers crossed for South Africa, because that is going to do my my challenge really well. I think it'll be a tight game tonight, though. I don't think it's like an obvious winner coming out of it. Netherlands versus Morocco. That's going to be a hell of a game. I am flitting between the two. Earlier today, I was very, very like, I think Netherlands are going to do it. I think Netherlands are going to do it. I'm starting to not be so sure, you know. I'm really starting to not be so sure. I think Morocco might fancy their chances against it. Either way, right? It's going to be an incredible match for sure. For sure. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Portugal versus Croatia. So this is the one where I'm putting in a... I think Portugal are going to drop out of the competition. And I fancy Croatia to cause an upset. Croatia have gone through, you know, they beat Ghana last night. What did they do with Panama? They beat Panama, and did they beat Panama? Because they lost to England. I can't remember if they drew with Panama or not. Either way, I can have a look, actually. Let me have a quick look at the fixtures. Let's have a look at the fixtures that have happened. Where is Croatia? So England beat Croatia, and then let's go a bit further down. Croatia beat Panama 1-0, and then they beat Ghana 2-1. So they won 2 out of 3. And they lost to England, whereas England beat Canada and then drew 1 game with Ghana. Either way, the point is, I think people are just not really paying much attention to Croatia. They're an older team. I think people feel like they're a bit of a spent force. Well, so are Portugal. Sorry, I've got about 3 drinks on my desk because it is just so warm here at the moment. So anyway, I think I need to charge my phone. Wow, that is on low battery. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so yeah, Croatia to beat Portugal. Right, Spain, Austria. I don't think that's going to be easy for Spain. Austria are not pushovers, but I do think Spain will have too much quality. USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm saying USA reluctantly because I feel like the USA fans are being a little bit ignorant to football, and they've you know, they beat Paraguay and fucking Australia, and they're acting like they are they're acting like they're world champions incumbent, which is just mental. I think they'll do all right against Bosnia, but that will be a very, very solid game. I think it might just be a game of attrition, and I think Bosnia are a bit older and a bit leggy, and I think USA will be fitter and more pumped for the game, and I think they'll do it. However, Belgium-Senegal is a game, man. It is. That is both of those. Like, I did not fancy, as England, drawing Senegal in the next round. I was really nervous of that one. And Belgium, a great team. Whichever team comes out of that one victorious, a lot of people are just saying, oh yeah, when Belgium win. Well, I don't know. Senegal could win that. And remember, Senegal, the champions of Africa, and I think 9 out of 10 African nations qualified for the last 32. Like Africa has done very, very well out of this, and we'll go into that in more detail. So I think whoever wins out of that, I can't call it, Belgium and Senegal, will then beat USA in the next round. That's my gut feeling. Other side of the grid of the bracket, biggest upset of the round for me, I think Japan might take Brazil out. And people have been laughing at me all day about it. Japan are super organized. They are quick on the break. They are going to exploit Casemiro and the 2 fullbacks that Brazil have got, who look quite suspect, in my opinion. Vinicius Jr. may score, but I can see a world where Brazil get tripped up. Now, I'm not saying that's a foregone conclusion. I might be completely wrong, but I think there is real potential for it. People are very, very reluctant to give Japan the credit they're due. They drew with the Netherlands opening game of the tournament, and it was only a few months ago that they beat England at Wembley in a friendly. Like, they're a top team. They're top competition. Ivory Coast, Norway, I cannot call it. People are saying to me, oh yeah, Norway played their B team and they'll easily beat them. Well, if they played their B team, it was because they wanted to have their best opportunity at going at Ivory Coast, and that's because Ivory Coast are no slouches. They are a quality side, and I think it's really, really important that people recognize how much of a risk that is to Norway. So really, really close game. In fact, Brazil, Japan, Ivory Coast, and Norway, because they play off in the round of 16. I can't put a great deal between any of those. That is so close. Mexico, Ecuador, look, two great teams. I think Mexico will have the edge as the home team. And I don't know about Ecuador's geography, but I know that Mexico play at serious altitude. And in fact, as I keep saying, Mexico haven't lost in Mexico since 2018. And that is incredible. 8 years unbeaten on their home turf. So I think Mexico progress. I'm not going to belittle Congo. I've been championing Congo throughout the whole tournament. Ask anyone in the Predictfully group chat. Opening game of the season of the tournament for Congo was against Portugal, I think. And I said, Whistle will score. And I said, I think they'll do all right. And I still believe it. But I think England will have a bit too much quality. Argentina, Cape Verde. People are saying that Cape Verde, we shouldn't write them off. Like, I get it. They've had an incredible tournament. I think Argentina might be a bridge too far for them. Australia with the white stars in their flag versus Egypt. Tight game. I think Australia are a bit more progressive. I think they play a naturally more attacking style of football. I quite like watching Australia, actually. I think Egypt have got more quality, technically. So, tight game. Interesting game. I'm going to edge towards Egypt, but wouldn't be surprised either way there. And then good luck to whoever qualifies from that one, because you've got Argentina in the next group, I think. Right, Swiss, Algeria. Another really tight game. Really, really tight game. I am going to go with Switzerland, I think, because they've got better with each game. But Algeria, a good side. Can't call it. Switzerland, I think. And then Colombia, Ghana. I don't want to write off too many African nations here. So I've said Egypt, and I've said possibly Ivory Coast, and possibly Senegal, and I think South Africa tonight. So, okay, I'm not writing off African nations. That's good. I think Ghana showed their hand with the low block, the way they've played it. I think Croatia unpicked it last night, and I think Colombia are a much better team than Croatia. Croatia last night held Portugal up and made them look average. I think Colombia progressed from there. And then we'll get into all of that afterwards. Either way, great stuff. Pleased to have this site all up together. If you do come have a look at this site, you just follow the link in my bio on X. I'm Hello Ben White. And when you get here, there's also this button down here, which is the Telegram group. Come join our Telegram group. There's like 400 people all chatting about football all the time. It's a lot of fun. And other sports as well, actually. Predictfully, we're going to be pushing a load of Wimbledon tennis markets this week and all kinds of other stuff. Anyway, really, really pleased with my progress. $6,500 off a $500 start. That is not bad. Group stage is done, and I made 6K. And I need to make 10K, and I think now it gets a bit easier to predict, because I think there are going to be some big boys knocking out some minnows. So I'm looking forward to it. Tonight, just $200 on South Africa to beat Canada. Couldn't really call it. Leant towards South Africa because the South African people bullied me into it, and fingers crossed. Right, I am going to get back to the game now because all of the national anthems are happening. I'm going to turn my sound on so I can hear it. There we go. And hopefully you can't hear that sound because that would be a copyright infringement and that would be no good for anybody. Oh, right. Wow, my back is a bit sore. I went for a run today. I did a 5-kilometer run. First 5-kilometer run I've done on my own, actually, because I've been doing it with like friends and a PT. So I thought I'm going to go out and do this route on my own. A couple of times doing it, I was like, oh, I might stop. I might stop. And I didn't. I carried on. And I did a decent time. Like, I'm pleased with my time. Like, just under 30 minutes. Which is cool for me, right? I've not been running for a long time. South African national anthem is happening right now. Gives me an opportunity to go through the teams, actually. Let me just very quickly show those. So South Africa start with Williams in goal. Madao, Okon, Mbokazi, and Modiba. So that makes up their 4 in defence. And then they've got that 2-3-1 formation. So Mokoena and Sithole are the holding 2, with Maseko, Mofokeng, and Apollos in the 3 that sit in front of that, and then Makopa as their lone striker. And then Canada playing their 4-4-2. I can hear them now doing their national anthem. So they've got Crepio in goal, and then Johnston, Bombito, Cornelius, and Laryea in defence. 4 in midfield is Buchanan, Saliba, Eustaquio, and Miller, and then Jonathan David, who I've been very impressed with, and Oluwasei make up their 2 strikers. This, of course, is Canada's first game out of Canada. If they'd have beaten Switzerland the other night, they would have carried on playing in Canada. But as such, they kind of messed up. And they are playing in Los Angeles tonight. And I think that might be, for me, what swings this towards South Africa. I just think that there is going to be a little bit of an edge to South Africa, given Canada have lost their home advantage. That's just my view. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, I'm just going to mute that again because I don't want you guys listening to adverts. I don't think you can hear them, but I'm just muting it. Got a commercial break now before it all starts. How funny was it last night in the pissing rain? England, Panama didn't look hot at all. It was, and they stopped for a hydration break. That cracked me up. I've kind of given up on that one now a little bit. I'm not going to keep going. There you are. It is what it is. The hydration breaks are probably here to stay from an international football perspective. I think the Premier League will get a real shoe in if they try and implement it. Also, the English TV channels haven't capitalized on that, which has been good. Like, they haven't jumped on top of it and been like, let's run adverts during the hydration breaks. Right, looking now at the match officials, we've got 3 Portuguese, Pinheiro, and then we've got 2 guys from the UAE who will be, I imagine, the assistant referees. And then we've got a chap from Spain, another chap from Brazil, another chap from Argentina as the VAR team. Oh man, this stadium is wicked in Los Angeles. These screens that go around the middle are insane. That is incredible. What stadium is this in LA? I forget what it's called. And who plays there? Let's have a look. It is the Los Angeles Stadium. I need to do a very quick bit of research on the Los Angeles Stadium. Oh, cool. FIFA. It's the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Who plays at the SoFi normally? It's home to two NFL teams, the Rams and the Chargers. The city of Los Angeles hosted the 1994 FIFA World Cup final, and it will host 8 matches in the FIFA World Cup, including the US national team's opening match, as well as a quarter-final match. Well, this stadium is worthy of all of it. I'm looking at Canada now as they give themselves their on-field team talk. They are playing in black today with kind of red trim. It's a nice kit, actually. It's kind of got like a paint splashy kind of effect on it. It's all right. Which I'm assuming means that South Africa are playing in their kind of home colours, which is, I think it's a yellow jersey. I haven't seen them yet. We'll see them in a second. They are preparing. I can actually turn my sound back on. Yes, it is their yellow jersey with green trim, yellow green shorts. So vibrant, actually. It's amazing to see them. I really hope they do all right tonight. I'm going to be honest, right? Opening game, they had 2 men sent off, didn't they? They fell to pieces. And I honestly thought they were shot. I thought they were done. I didn't think South Africa would get a look in. So the fact that they're here now in the round of 32 is incredible as we prepare to kick off. And they're off. Canada kick off. They are shooting in black, as I said. All black. Socks, shirt, shorts. And shooting from left to right as I look at it. South Africa in their home kit of yellow with green shorts and yellow socks. And they are shooting from right to left as we look at it. Right. Oh, God, I tell you, I ache a bit. My back. Why did I do that? Obviously sat uncomfortably at some point today. Okay. Well, we're off. Good to be off. Good to be into the knockouts. You see a very different kind of football. I'm talking to anyone here who isn't like a mega established football fan. If you are coming at football and this is the first tournament where you've really got involved, I will tell you that knockout football is very different to the group stages. Group stages, people are very closed up. It's why I expect Ghana to struggle versus the way they've played in the league in the group stages. They've played really well. They played a fantastic defensive display against England the other night. They tried the same against Croatia last night. They've done well. But knockout football is different. You have to go for it. And when I said that earlier on one of my clips, one of my videos, I had a few people commenting saying, yeah, but you could just go for penalties. Okay, round of 32, round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. There's 5 matches. If you want to play to penalties, you are literally playing 3 hours more football than any other team. Elite football. Good luck to you. That is not going to work. South Africa scrabbling a little bit here. Canada looking much more comfortable on the ball. I would say to South Africa, take a fucking second, guys, because you look like you're all over the show. Do not let the occasion get the better of you. That's a lovely header, actually. And they have deflected the ball out for a goal kick. Kind of all been at Canada's end at the moment, but it doesn't mean anything, really. So as I was saying, knockout football, very, very different to group football. Very, very different. I'm going to quickly jump in the pub, which is a group chat that I'm in called At the Pub. And I am going to say I'm streaming if anyone wants to keep up to date. streaming the South Africa-Canada match here if anyone wants to keep up with the score. Right, okay, cool. The pitch looks absolutely exemplar as well in Los Angeles. I was looking at the one at the New Jersey stadium yesterday that England were playing in, and it looked very, very heavy. Looked like it had been churned up quite a bit. This pitch looks absolutely stunning. Canada on the ball. Canada on the ball. They do move the ball really nicely, Canada. It's the first tournament I've seen Canada at where I've kind of had to pay attention to them properly, and it feels like they've really taken football super seriously, probably since they found out they were going to be a joint host. But definitely in the ascendancy, the Canadians. You know, they like. We've known for a little while that America are taking it a bit more seriously. Obviously, the MLS is really helping with that now, and the quality of player they're getting out of the MLS is amazing. It's really developing football stateside. Canada, despite them having the Vancouver Whitecaps, which is I think Pele played for the Whitecaps. Lovely ball interception by South Africa, who found themselves. Wow, that's interesting. First break there for South Africa. Just broke the ball down in between defence and midfield. Looked up, put the ball forward, and it was 2 versus 2. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Knockout versus group stage. Because at group stage, that would probably have been 4 versus 2, and you wouldn't commit so many people. Canada here look like they are immediately committing people. So they are hoping to get ahead, but if they get caught, they're going to be in big trouble. It makes for much more open, free-flowing football. Knockout football is so much more exciting because there's no replay, there's no group. You don't, have... Oh, South Africa are in. They are in. Oh, he slowed it down, but they're still 3 versus 3. Where are the Canadians? My God, they finally get back. Great shot. Unlucky South Africa. Wow, the ball broke then, and South Africa were 2 versus 2. And the South African player slowed it down, knew he didn't have the gas to beat the defender, turned inside and waited for another South African to join. There were no Canadians at all to be seen. Suddenly, 3 of them came back into shot. Wild how far committed Canada are up the field. That is something they're going to have to address, because if they don't make the most of it and South Africa break, they could be in big trouble. Big trouble. That was the first real sign of where these guys are at the moment. And Canada, I think, might be a little bit overcommitted. That said, if they make it count as they take a shot now, or it's gone well over. That's like a 35-yard shot. You take them all day, son. Although that ball has been a bit funny, actually, hasn't it, for taking shots? Excuse me. Okay, Canada, South Africa back in possession. Let's see where we're at with things now then. So, Canada back in possession, really. Really interesting couple of minutes that was. I was really shocked. Really shocked. Long ball played up there. Oh, wow. He's a good player. Is that Jonathan David? The Canadian? I rate him a lot. Let's see who I'm looking at there. Yeah, and also Buchanan. Buchanan's another one. I rate him. He's just chased onto a ball down the right-hand side, and it took everything from... I'm not sure which South African that was, but it took everything to usher the ball out and not concede a corner. So South Africa in possession now, moving the ball out. What have the stats been like so far? 8 minutes in, and 57% of the possession to South Africa. Both had one shot, one of them on target, which was South Africa's. Oh, fucking hell. South Africa playing the ball across the back, though. What is it, right, with... So, I get it, right? Pep Guardiola really was the kind of, like, the instigator of playing the ball out from the back and possession play. As Canada move the ball forward here. Nice little overlap. Gonna have to make that count. Oh, wow. Across the face of goal. I think that might have deflected for a corner. But yeah, so Pep Guardiola shows the virtues, right, of having ball-playing goalkeepers and technically capable defenders. So you keep possession from the back, you work the ball forward. You have to have ball-playing goalkeepers and technically proficient defenders for that to work. I see so many teams trying to do it and getting in a real mess. Scotland, case in point, against Brazil the other night. Absolutely blew it trying to play the ball out from the back. Vinicius Jr. was licking his lips. Corner ball here from Canada. Whipped in. Literally into no man. Landed in the 6-yard box. Nobody there from South Africa or Canada to challenge or defend the ball. That's a free kick to South Africa in their own half. They will now take a second to cool things off. As we look, you've got the FIFA president. I do love looking at who all of these players are. You've got a couple of South African kind of dignitaries in attendance there with Infantino in that box. Kind of like the royal box that they've got at these World Cup games. Excuse me. South Africa in attack. They're on the left side of the midfield. That's a foul. Oh, wow, not giving it. Buchanan riding his luck there. South Africa dispossessing Canada again, all moving the ball forward, and they've just not quite got that right. The idea was there, tried to thread the ball through, but the South African attacker who was being put through hadn't quite read it. Lovely open football here. First 10 minutes. Tremendous football. That is a great tackle. Great tackle by South Africa. And then they're humping the ball up straight into Canada's arms. And then winning the ball in midfield. It is bonkers. Like, very, very close. And the referee is letting it play what looks like some kind of suspect challenges. But neither team really that good in possession. So it's very end-to-end at the moment. Very, very open. Free-flowing football. I can't say it's absolutely quality, but it's a lot of fun. Again here, South Africa playing the ball across the back. What are you doing, lads? Goalkeeper just stood waiting. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's agonising. They've lost it. Fucking hell, they're going to be in trouble there if they keep that up. Although that is lovely, and that will be a throw into South Africa. Oh, no, Canada got it, and they've taken it quickly. Ooh, kind of breathless first 20 minutes. I don't know what the temperature is in Los Angeles today, but maybe they'll earn their hydration break because they've been at it, both teams. Canada now in possession, just taking a second. Just taking a second on the ball. Nope, now they're not. They're breaking, and they're breaking at pace. Lovely run down the right-hand side. Cuts into the middle. That's Jonathan David's got some space. Oh, wow. Jonathan David looked top there, pushed the ball out onto his left foot, looked to pull the trigger, and a South African just got in front of him and deflected it. Both teams really riding their luck defensively here. I think South Africa will probably feel a little bit like they've had the better of the play, but across the back here, these four defenders and goalkeeper do not give me any confidence whatsoever in possession. So if Canada stick with this high press, I think they're going to catch South Africa out. They're doing it again now, playing across the back. What are you doing? They're making it so difficult for themselves. Move the ball up the field, lads. Thank fuck for that. My God. Great ball over the top, though. Straight to a South African player. And now they're in their own third with 4 versus 5. Another lovely little 1-2. Oh, wow, wow, wow. It's deflected, but South Africa have still got it. Moves it out 20 yards out. Now come out to the right-hand side. Left-hand side even. That's lovely football from South Africa. Oh, they can't get the shot away. South Africa look like a real threatening proposition in the top third of the field and an absolute fucking disaster in the bottom third of the field. Their goalkeeper and defenders in possession look really frightening. And now they are Canada on a break. Canada on a break. Oh, and that's a great challenge by the South African defender. Wow. Number 14, take a bow. Who was that? It was for South Africa, number 14, Mbukazi. He had to cover there and he worked really hard and he got across the player and he actually dragged his back foot to make the deflection. It was a really, really smart challenge, actually. It's gone out for a corner, but South Africa are wide open. They're either going to score 3 or concede 3. Canada look a little bit more like they're ready to absorb the ball. I mean, when South Africa are going for it, they do look quite frightening. But I actually went out for a goal kick, that one. I'm surprised. But like I keep saying here, South Africa across the back are looking absolutely shocking. If anyone else is watching, by the way, and you want to drop a comment in here, you can see I've got a few comments in the bottom here. You're very welcome to come drop a comment and I will bring it up on stage. The way you do that is click on the broadcast itself, not reply to me as such. But click on the speech bubble in the video and I'll bring your comment up. I would love to know what you think of the game so far. Obviously, all I'm doing here is describing it. If you're not watching it and you're just listening to me, I'm sorry about how schizophrenic it is, but it is a very, very strange match. That's a lovely ball through. And I think Canada are in here, have the ball on the right-hand side of the pitch. Oh, wow. Fair play to South Africa. They swarmed the ball there and they've got rid of it to a corner ball, a corner kick. Came in from the left-hand side. Jonathan David was waiting for the ball to be put across to him. Who is that? Was it Oluwesi that didn't quite get it over to him? No, it was David actually that messed it up there, and he had another player in front of him that he could have got it across to. David and Buchanan play really nicely together. So it's corner ball now to Canada. So much more exciting to watch football like this. I can't tell you how good it is now to be out of group stages. I love group stages because there's so much football. 4 or 5 games a day is incredible. But when you go down to 2 quality games a day where you can watch them both. Great ball in. Corner ball in. Oh, wow. Caught it on the half volley. Just pulled it wide right. Oh, he would like to have done better with that. Jonathan David got it, and he just didn't quite get his foot round it. But yeah, as I was saying, if you can get 2 games a day in where there's real jeopardy, it's a proper knockout. It makes for a lot more exciting football. I tell you that. I'm really looking forward to the knockout stages. Been so much chat on X over the last 2 days with all of these like last 32 brackets and people's thoughts about who's going to meet who. People saying Portugal are being cheated and Argentina have got a free run. You know, if Portugal had won their group like everyone thought they should, they'd have actually been in the same side of the bracket as Argentina. I don't even fancy Portugal to beat Croatia tomorrow night. So when people are saying it's rigged, I think it's quite... I think I do think the Cape Verde thing is just freak too. Like, nobody could have called Cape Verde to qualify. I can't remember who they were in a group with. Spain, Uruguay, and someone else. And I tell you now, I had Cape Verde to finish bottom of that group. I think many of us did. And Saudi Arabia, wasn't it? They've done really, really well for themselves, Cape Verde, but I think Argentina will be a test too far. Canada in possession. That's a lovely block. He's a good defender, that. Who's that then? Number 20. Mudau for South Africa. He's a decent defender. Oh, South Africa on the ball. Anything? No. So we're coming up to 20 minutes now. Still 0-0, but wide open. Very, very exciting game. Thank you to the 222 of you who are watching. I appreciate that. Do me a favor, drop this a repost or give a comment. Really, really helps. Gets more people in here, which is always really useful. Gives me shit to do as well. To talk to, which I love. Manchester United in crisis as Ugarte tears ACL at the World Cup. Do we call that a crisis? I suppose the difficulty is... I suppose the difficulty is you can't sell someone with a torn ACL. Canada throw in their own half. Ooh, right, I might take a bit of carbonated drink, actually. Drunk a lot of water already. In case anyone didn't know, I'm a shareholder of Rect, so there you are. Just a little bit of product placement. Ball pumped forward, looking for South Africa. They don't mind playing a long ball, South Africa, which is quite nice. I say that, like, long ball football can be really dull, but in a world where people play such close contact 1-2 tiki-taka style football, a team then coming forward with long ball play does make for a nice change. It's exciting to watch sometimes, particularly if they can do it well and they've got a decent target man. Here we go again. South Africa playing out across the back. Well, Canada seem to have dropped off that high press, which I think is a mistake. As they pick the ball up though, that's really nice. That'll come back for a foul. That could be a yellow card. Is he going to pull that back? Is that a booking? Oh, she looks famous. Oh, I don't know if that really was. I mean, it was definitely a foul. So Canada with a free kick here, probably about 25 yards out. I think they're going to put the ball in. This is definitely not shot territory, but you've got 5 banks of 6 players running into the thing. Oh, it's a free header. Oh my goodness. Ball put into the area, lofted over. South African players watching. What the fuck was that defending? Horrendous. 2 Canadian players completely breached the line, one offside, and one of them had a completely free header and missed it. South Africa at the other end now have broken. They're in the Canadian penalty area. Put the ball outside, long shot. Oh, great block by the Canadian defender. Hasn't gone out for a throw in there like I think they thought it would, and so South Africa still have hold of the ball. Still getting over that corner. South Africa asleep at the wheel in defence. A lot of people have said to me, I underestimate South Africa. I'm sorry, guys, if you're watching this. I don't underestimate them at all. Like, they're not good. They're not very good. They're not very good in defence. They might push forward and have a good go at attacking, but fucking hell, they are dreadful in defence. Absolutely shocking. Sorry. Newcastle United are interested. Sorry, I read a bit of news as I go along here. Newcastle United are interested in Swiss international midfielder Johan Manzambi. I've been watching him. SC Freiburg midfielder is valued around £42 million as they stop for the hydration break over here. The 20-year-old has been a standout at the World Cup, scoring 3 goals for his country and is tipped for big things. He looks great. Newcastle looking great. They're looking at central midfielders, of course, with Sandro Tonali's future uncertain. Well, if you can get 100 million for Tonali and spend 42 million on Manzambi, that's good business. That is good business. 26-year-old for a 20-year-old, half the price. World Cup starter, international, scores 3 goals in international competition. Actually, that would be a great shout. That would be a great shout. Well, we'll see. We will see what comes of that. Any other news in here at the moment? I am going to put in here. Oh, yeah, wow. Sky Sports news break it as well. Newcastle are interested in Swiss international midfielder John Manzambi. Okay, wow. It's a couple of reports. Oh, and another one. It's not John, Johan. He looks like a decent player too. Sunderland reject 8 million offer from Chelsea to sign Granit Xhaka. 33-year-old is not for sale at any price, despite the fact that he's already agreed terms with Stamford Bridge Club. They said a bid is fair, but the rivals view it as unacceptable. 8 million fucking quid doesn't get you a meal deal at Boots. Jesus Christ, man. What are they thinking with that? Oh, yeah. Hot take from my mate Gwiggs. Really, really good point. Senegal and Morocco could be a semi-final. And given what happened at the AFCON final, that would be nuts because the winner would go on to be the first ever African finalist. And then they'd go on to lose to England, obviously. I'm going to repost that. It's a great post. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Anything else happening here? Right, they're coming back on now following the hydration break. I'm going to quickly grab and repost. Here. Go, quote, tweet. Hydration break over. Still 0-0. South Africa look calamitous in defence, but great on the break. I'm live. Oh, right. Well, there you are. Look, 27 minutes in. We'll get a couple of minutes added on at the end of this half. Still 0-0. Don't forget, this goes through to extra time and penalties if necessary. I'm just going to close some tabs I've got open. So many tabs open on my laptop that actually I can hear my laptop whirring. That's the squad I actually the football I'm watching. That's X, that's Telegram, and that's StreamYard. Okay. I'll probably just turn that down a little bit too. There you are. Isn't that a bit nicer? Please don't burn out on me, little laptop. I do wonder sometimes the amount of shit that I run on this laptop, how it even keeps going. This little fan is absolutely burrowing at the moment. Okay. There you go. Right. How's everyone doing? South Africa here with a potential break. They're about the halfway line. Canada have pulled back now. Still, when the ball is in possession, when South Africa have got the ball in possession and they move up to the halfway line with the ball, you look forward and they are still 3 versus 3. Canada have got a bank of 4 committed to the middle of the park, like the halfway line. I think it's a huge risk, and I actually think now, looking at it, South Africa recognise it, and that is why they keep pumping the ball over the top, because they completely bypass the 4 midfielders, and they leave South Africa effectively 3 versus 3 with Canada's defenders, or 3 versus 4. Fucking hell. South African keeper has just got the ball at his feet with the Canadian defenders not willing to go at him. He stood there for 40 seconds and he did exactly what I just said. Played the ball over the top, and now South Africa are 3 versus 3. Canadian midfield is just pedestrian. Canadian midfield is pedestrian when South Africa moved the ball forward. Fantastic ball whipped into the box a little bit too far, a little bit too much on it, and it got away from the South African strikers and into the Canadian keeper's arms. But that is South Africa's tactic here. And I'm surprised that during that hydration break that the Canadian manager has not pointed out that his midfield is being bypassed. Ball put further upfield to Miller of Canada, another decent player. I like him as well. In fact, the 2 left guys in Buchanan and Miller are good players. Canada now have a throw-in. Probably throw a long one in here. They're far enough down the pit and they've taken it short. A couple of things I want to point out that I'm a real big fan of, by the way, from this World Cup, because I know I go on about hydration breaks and how I'm not a fan. I still recognise this as being one of the most exciting World Cups, certainly in recent memory. So, is it as good a World Cup as France 98? Fucking nowhere near. For anyone out there, by the way, saying best World Cup ever, doesn't touch France 98 or Korea and Japan 2002. Doesn't even come anywhere near. But I would say also the 2006 World Cup was quality as well. I can't think where that was. Was it in Germany? I can't remember where it was. That's embarrassing. But then after that, you had South Africa, Vuvuzelas. That fucking sucked just because of the noise. 2014 Russia? I can't remember. 2018 was Brazil. Then 2022 was Qatar. And now this one. So of all of those that I've just said, this has been the best so far. Gigs, I was just talking about you. Hello, mate. I was just talking about you in that post. Was a banger post. I think you're absolutely right. Going into school after the Brazil game was rough. Oh, well, I was in sixth form. Was I in sixth form? No, I think I just finished. I was 18. So I just 2002, was I 18? I'm 1984. So yeah, I was 18. So I just finished school. Literally just finished my A-levels. So that was first one I watched in the pub. And yeah, heartbreak. Ronaldinho with that fucking cross that was a shot, that was a cross, that was a shot. Who knows? Anyway, what I was saying was, this is a fantastic World Cup. Not the best ever in living memory, but it's great. Anyway, the reason I was saying is things that I think are great about it. Love the rule changes. Think the rule changes have been brilliant. Saw last night in the game England versus Panama, and it went against England. We were taking too long taking a throw in, and the throw in just got given to Panama. Fucking love that. Keep shit moving. Really, really like those rule changes. I think a lot of teams are going to get caught out when they bring them to the Premier League. My own team in particular, because Eddie Howe loves wasting time, and he's not going to be able to get away with it. As does Mikel Arteta, by the way. Canada in the ascendance here. Oh, South Africa have slipped. Oh, RSA just got his shot away, but it kind of run a bit too far left for him to get that angle right. Anyway, so love the rule changes. I think a lot of them have been really, really positive. Apart from the hydration break, yeah. Oh, you were like year 10. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Wow, so nearly there anyway, just for GCSEs. Love the ref cam. Think that has been wicked. A really, really cool addition to the matches. Seeing the goals, particularly when they're scored from the referee's perspective, I think has been amazing. I love the ball. That sounds ridiculous. I'm a ball connoisseur. I remember the Adidas Tango. I remember the Mitre Premier League. There have been some very cool balls. What was that mad ball that moved in the air? The Jabulani or something like that. Jabulani. I think it was South Africa again. The ball fucking moved. They got rid of that quickly. This is a nice ball. It looks great. I bet it's fun to play with. I'd love to play with a proper, like, match edition version of it. What's Bull saying? The World Cup is basically just the British Empire throwback. I don't fucking hell, man. God. Hello again, Bull. Nice to see you. 2010 World Cup. Yeah, it was the Jabulani, wasn't it, that one? That was South Africa. Also the Vuvuzelas that basically ruined the World Cup. That was it. It sounded like a fucking massive mosquito for 90 minutes. I just turned the TV down in the end, I remember. It stressed me out, that did. I assume they're now banned from football, those fucking things, are they? I haven't seen one in a while. South Africa got the ball in the box here, and they've won a corner. Another big ball over the top. And Bombito is the defender that... Yeah, it's a great defensive clearance. Bombito is a cool name, isn't it? Also, weird question. I've just realised as well. I reckon like 6 out of 10 players in all teams I've seen are wearing these pink boots. And I don't know who they are, but they're the same one. They're Adidas. Are they Preds? They look like they might be Predators, actually, just looking at them then. If they are, fucking masterstroke, because everyone can see them. Come on, Canada. Come on, Canada. Well, not yet. Not yet. I'm actually I'm Team South Africa today because I've bet on it. Because a load of South Africans absolutely bullied me on the timeline. Because I said they wouldn't make it to the next round. And they've gone so hard at me that I feel kind of morally obliged to go for them. I noticed the pink boots. I searched them yesterday. Multiple brands. Okay, so multiple brands have done the same colour. Interesting. I was looking at it yesterday. I was thinking, fuck me, every player's got a pair of pink boots on. If that was one team, that one brand, that would have been amazing. The fact that it's 2 kind of makes it a bit weird. I haven't talked about the game for a bit. They wanted to stand out, but all ended up mixing in with the same pink. How funny is that? How funny is that? Talking of great balls, because I do love a great World Cup football. France 98 had a really good football. And then, like, I don't remember what the 94 ball was because England weren't at the World Cup. I do remember watching USA 94, but I don't remember too many of the details. But 90, 86, 82, and I think 78 all had the Adidas Tango ball, which is still, like, in terms of like ball aesthetics, if you're not familiar with it, Google Adidas Tango football. Absolute, like, ball class. Anyway, pink shows up very well on TV apparently. Yeah, well, it does, man, because I noticed it. Like highlighter pink as well, isn't it? We're into 38 minutes, by the way. Such has been the quality of the football for the last 15 minutes. I haven't really spoken about it. It's been fucking pretty boring since the hydration break. Anyway, as well as appreciating balls, I also appreciate, he says, realizing what he's just fucking said. I also appreciate boots. And my favorite World Cup boots of all time. France 98 Predators were amazing. Marcel Desailly had them. David Beckham had them. Gazza would have had them, but he didn't get selected. They were those first, well, like second edition Preds were the shit. They had the massive, like, almost like a piece of tire on top of them for the traction and the spin. I love a pair of Adidas World Cups. I love Puma Kings, but I also loved those Nike Ronaldo, the best Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, R9, as some people refer to him. I hate the fact that he has to be known as R9 now because of Cristiano, because he's actually a better player. But Ronaldo, Nazario Luis Ronaldo, he had these boots called Mercurials. They were blue, silver, and yellow. And they were fucking wicked. Yes, T90 Mercurials. Oh, that was a football boot, man. That was a football boot created by... Oh, yeah, I'm looking, actually. So Adidas, it looks like Puma. So all these pink balls, Nike, they've all made the same boot colour. How funny is that? Kids gonna be wearing fucking pink boots all season. What's happened to the world, man? Give me a pair of Puma Kings every day. Actually, I used to love Preds. Black or red Predators. I used to love. Back when I actually played. Okay, Rooney T90. What was the Rooney T90? See, at that point, I'd stopped giving a fuck about football boots, like wearing them, because I'd wear whatever I could get. I didn't really care anymore when I was like playing uni football or men's football. I just wore whatever. Rooney. Fucking hell. Rooney T90 boots. Oh yeah, they're nice as well. The yellow ones. I remember them as well. Yellow and black. Yeah, they're smart. They're smart boots. Have a look at what were R9 football boots? Let me see what they were called. R9 football boots. There they are. They were called the Mercurial R9 1998 World Cup football boots. Fucking hell, they were a thing of absolute class. There you are. Anyway, so we've covered balls and we've covered boots, and we're still 0-0. So first 20 minutes of this game, wide open. Subsequently, as Canada moved the ball forward. Broken down. South Africa get back all right. They get back all right. It's just when the flat falls across the back line. Oh, that's a fucking great ball through. Oh, wow. Great clearance again. Ball poked through off the left-hand side into the middle of the penalty area. I think it was David was about to run onto it. Yeah, it was. He clapped his hands. He knows that was a good ball. And South Africa just got a defender the right side of it who's cleared it for a throw-in. That was close. That was close. Oh, yeah, David just got poked in. In fact, it wasn't David. It was number 12. It was Uluwesi who would have been on the end of it. 2002 Pred Mania. Yeah, the problem with 2002 Preds is that the rubberized bit that spun the ball, it kind of regressed into the boot. That was when that started. So you still had that like rubberized, the ability to get some bend and whip. Canada with a corner here, by the way. I'll just carry on with my Predator. There's a goal. Oh, what a save! Ah! Scramble in the 6-yard box. Corner ball, headed. South African keeper saved it with fuck knows what limb, but he's managed to get a limb to it. Never should have been a save. Fair play to the South African player. Fucking. Here we go. Here's the replay. Great corner in. Oh, I don't even think it was the keeper. I think it was one of the defenders. And then there's a massive scramble in the 6-yard box. Another couple of. Oh yeah, he did. It was a. Who was that? Number 6 for South Africa. Who is. Wait a minute, they haven't got a fucking number 6, have they? Yeah, they have. Modiba. Modiba's the original defender that gets a leg to it. Then there's another header where it breaks down, and then there's a shot that goes straight into the keeper's arms. Whew, that was a bit bonkers. The official term is Fat Ronaldo. How dare you? I mean, in the end, he was a right chubber, wasn't he? But not when he was in his pomp, mate. I say it right now. In his peak of his powers, there's never been a centre-forward like Brazilian Ronaldo. Ever. An absolute magician. If that guy had... Oh, might be a corner, might be a penalty. Oh, referee's waved it away, but I think he's going to ask. I think that's a penalty. I think Canada have just earned a penalty. So, oh, he's on the floor screaming. It's all right, mate. We've seen the video will have caught it now. So what happens? Ball comes in from the left-hand side. He's asking. Referee's asking, right. Does he... No, he gets the ball. He gets the ball. Should be fine. Fair play to that referee. In a decent position to be able to see it. South Africa player lunges across, just gets a foot and moves the ball out, and then the player makes connection with him. I thought that might have been a penalty. Riding their luck there. Anyway, oh yeah, I watched him at Old Trafford when he scored a hat-trick against United. Unreal. Literally, if what was I saying? If big fat R9 Brazilian Ronaldo had not done his, what did he do? His cruciate ligament or his ACL? I can't remember. I think it was his cruciates. And he did it twice. He had to have complete knee reconstruction. In the modern era, he probably would have made it back and been okay. As it happened, he was fucked. He was never the same player again, and he was still better than most. But R9 Ronaldo from 1997, 96, 97 to 2003 was unplayable. Unplayable. But you're absolutely right, Giggs. He also loved the party. He loved the party. He was a playboy. And he ruined his body. But was he a better player than Ronaldo, Messi? He was technically better than Ronaldo. Technically. Like, you know, people talk about Ronaldo stepovers. Well, fuck me. You've like R9 Ronaldo was another level. But Cristiano has been a specimen of a man for the best part of 25 years. Fair play to him. You cannot deny him where he's at. Messi, I mean, he was physically way more dominant than Messi. He's up there in the conversation, and alongside Zinedine Zidane, who is also just a mercurial talent, absolutely sensational on the ball, effortless, amazing. Back in My day, Ronaldo was better than yours. Give it a rest. Fuck off. He was better. Technically, yes, natural talent. He was top 2-3. Agreed. Same as Ronaldinho. Yeah, what he could do with ball. Ronaldinho was magic. Same as Rivaldo. The three of them, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and Rivaldo. I think Rivaldo's got a Ballon d'Or. I think he won one. He was magic for Barcelona that year when he scored like a mad overhead kick. I can't remember if it was Champions League final, if it was to qualify for Champions League. It was bonkers. That's half time, by the way. Canada going fucking bananas at the referee, thinking they should have won a penalty. It isn't a penalty. They're literally going over now to remonstrate with the referee. There's no point. Wow. Even the defender has gone over to the manager and said, leave it. It's over. It's done. Jonathan David is still arguing. It's too late, lads. It's fucking half time. Well, there you go. 0-0. Interesting. Unreal. It was unreal. Yeah, you're right, Bull. I take it back. But our Ronaldo was very good. He got subbed off and there was a standing ovation. I'm going to go back and watch that game. I forgot that he scored a hat-trick at Old Trafford. Anyway, what I was saying, fucking hell, man. The Preds before 2002 had the grip on the top. Like, it was like out. It looked like you had like a knobbly bobbly tyre that had been like opened up and stuck to the front. They were always my favourite. They were always my favourite, those boots. I'm just going to mute because I've got fucking Jet 2 adverts. How's everyone doing then? 479 viewers. Thank you so much. Appreciate. Can you all give this a retweet for me? That would be amazing. Let people know it's happening. Let people know it's on. Let people know the second half's coming up. Great. I'm going to quickly jump into the Predictfully chat and see what people think of what's going on. Oh, God, it's hot. It's got all these screens in front of me. It gets very warm in here. I might just sit back a little bit. I'd like to have my window open behind me, but when I pull that blind, you can't see my face. The light, like, takes over. Anyway, 2002 Pred Mania. Anyway, right, that's enough of talking about footballs and football boots. Hopefully the second half is a bit better and we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Okay, what are people saying? Is anyone... Oh, thank you for reposting, by the way, guys. I appreciate that. They think England and USA have a Real Barca or Boca River relationship. It's a one-sided rivalry and they need to amp it up. Fuck off. If anyone's saying that USA have got... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was off a post that I did. So earlier, I posted on this one. Hang on a minute. Let me just quickly share my screen. Here we go. This fucking post here. This, absolutely disgusting the way this guy was talking about England. He basically said, have you ever considered that you might just not be very good at football? Because for 3 halves we hadn't scored. Well, then we went and won 2-0. We only conceded 2 goals against a not so long ago World Cup finalist in Croatia. And other than that, fucking just cruised the group. So, can only play what's in front of you, man. Like, I would have defied most people to have been able to score against Ghana on Tuesday night. Truly. They played really, really well. And I'm annoyed. Very annoyed by people. God, that's bright. That's better. Ooh. Anyway, what time is it? 10 to 9. Right, anyway, let's have a look at some other things. So, what's going on? I can go on to Predictfully, actually. Let's go on to Predictfully and make some predictions. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this one and I'm going to change it to share this tab instead. There you go. Right, make it bigger. Cool, right, let's make some predictions. So Predictfully is a free-to-play prediction market, which I run. It's free to play because all you have to do is come create an account, then go to quests, and then you can go and you can claim your points. There's some daily quests that I've done there, but also there's a whole bunch of quests here that I've done where people can go and they can make their thing. There's a leaderboard that people can follow, all of those different things. Anyway, we also, every week, we give people the opportunity to join a fresh leaderboard, and we give people prizes, cash prizes, etc. for participating. Don't be annoyed about the Ghana game. We still won the group. I completely agree. I'm not annoyed by it. We won the group, 7 points, top of the league. Only conceded 2 to a decent Croatia team who are aging, but still, I think we're doing all right. Anyway, so you come, you set up an account, you come participate in the quests to make your first points, and then you come make predictions for free. And we have leaderboards that you can join, and we incentivize those leaderboards with prizes, collectibles, and cash, cold hard cash. So I'm going to make some predictions now just to show you how it works. Argentina versus Cape Verde. Will Argentina score 3 or more goals? Wow. So they've got no at 80% and yes at 20%. 16,000 points in this market. I think Argentina will put 3 on Cape Verde. People are saying no because Cape Verde have been defensive, particularly against people like Spain, etc. It's not group stage football anymore. Like, I keep trying to explain this to people. Knockout football, completely different fucking set. Like, completely different. Think about it. You can't just cruise out a draw because ultimately there's an additional 30 minutes and a penalty shootout. You've got to go and try to win the game. So I think Argentina will do that, and I'm going to put 500 points on it. And that'll get me 1,800 points back if it comes in. Marvellous. France versus Sweden. Will France score 3 goals? Fucking yes, they will. Sweden couldn't defend if their lives depended on it. Right. I'm going to put 1,000 points on that. I'm that confident of it. I'll get 4,000 back. Love it. Will Brazil score 2 goals against Japan? Well, I could see that one being quite a high-scoring game, or a nicked 1-0. So I'm going to say no, just because I can see the bigger opportunity with points. I still think Japan are going to cause an upset. Genuinely think they are. 500 points on that. Let's go. Okay. Germany versus Paraguay. Will Germany score 2 or more goals? I think they will. Yes, I'm saying yes. 500 on that. I would love Germany to have given Nick Voldemata a little bit of game time, but looks like that's not going to happen. Netherlands, Morocco. God, I can't wait to watch this match. I am so excited. Let's see what some of the people are saying here, by the way. Gig saying Spain versus Cape Verde, Portugal versus Congo. But everyone loves to talk about England. Exactly, man. Exactly. Literally, Portugal versus Congo. Yeah, there was another one as well. What was the other game that happened where it was like, wow, you know, lousy performance. And they, you know, they get away with it. I can't remember offhand now. There have been so many. But needless to say, England did everything they needed to do, man. England winning the tournament, easy money. Well, I love that optimism. Is knockouts extra 30 and penalties every game? Yes, that's it now. That's it. Extra time and pens from now on. I expect there to be, given the number of draws there have been this tournament, I expect there to be quite a few penalty shootouts, by the way. Okay, so Germany, Ecuador. That was it. That was the one. Fair play to Ecuador. They played really well there, though, didn't they? It was a great one. Nope. Brazil is. Brazil is what, Tofa? Tell me what you're saying. Right. Anyway, I'm jumping on this one. Penalties is tough. It's always tough, man. It kind of comes down to preparation of penalties. Some teams are really good at it. England have got better at it in recent years. It helps when you've got a good penalty-taking goalkeeper, a penalty-saving goalkeeper, and Pickford is great at penalties. The way I look at penalties is, out of 5, Pickford's always going to save one. And I think they do enough to mentally cause misses. France are going to be something else if they come into a penalty shootout. Not that I expect them to get into a penalty shootout. Brazil is winning, man. Well, not many people saying that, dude. Do you mean beating Japan or do you mean winning the World Cup? Congo, then Brazil. I think you're wrong. I think it's Congo, then Mexico, then Brazil, then Argentina, then France or Spain in the final. 5 games still to go. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot to win. But yeah, I think I tell you something, Mexico in the round of 16 would be one of my all-time, oh my God, I would love to do that more than anything in my life. I think that will be such a spectacle. I think Mexico in Mexico anyway is going to be bananas. You have to be very careful. But that stadium, that Azteca stadium is just insane. Anyway, I'm going to finish making some predictions and I'm going to get back to the match because we must be getting close to them coming back out. Let me just have a quick make sure. Right, we've got commercials for a minute, so I'm good. Netherlands versus Morocco. Who qualifies? I'm going to stick with Netherlands. Easy win England trophy. Easy win Brazil trophy. All right, lads. Okay, I'm going to go with Netherlands on this one. Yes, Netherlands. I'm going to stick 500 points on them. By the way, if anyone wants to come and play this, it's predictfully.app. You can create an account with an X account, a Google Mail account. If you're crypto native, you can use a crypto account. But there's no requirement for you to upload any cryptocurrency or anything like that. It is free to play, points basis. And every week with your points, you join a new leaderboard and you have the opportunity to win prizes, collectibles, money, all kinds of things like that. So there you are. Right, that's probably enough, I think. Is there any more? Let me just see if there's any more here. No, let's go with this one. Côte d'Ivoire, Norway. This is another one where I'm like, I don't know. Genuinely don't know who's going to win that game. People going all in on Norway. Based on fucking what, man? On what? Seriously. What are you basing that on? What, on the fact that they beat... I want to say Sweden? Yeah. They beat Sweden, didn't they? They stuffed Sweden. But still. Nah. Look at that. Netherlands haven't lost in the World Cup in 90 minutes for like 20 games. Wow. So they've only gone out in extra time and pens. Didn't know that, Gigs. That's a great fact, man. Good stat. Watch Cunha dance to the finals, bro. Fuck Cunha. Bruno Guimaraes or no one, dude. And Morocco haven't lost a game in 2 years. Less the AFCON final. But they did lose the AFCON final. So let's not forget that, man. We're not giving that to Senegal. Bullshit. Bullshit. Right. Ivory Coast. I'm gonna put my money on the Ivory Coast. I think, because if we're talking about this being a physical battle, because Norway are big physical lads, well, fuck me, you don't get much more physical than the Côte d'Ivoire or Senegal. Super fit, super athletic, big, strong, technical. My favourite 2 African nations from a football playing perspective: Ivory Coast and Senegal. In the tournament, I mean. I think the tournament has missed Nigeria this year. I do love Nigeria. Okay, 500 points on Côte d'Ivoire. There we go. Right, that'll do for now. That's enough of that. I'm going to go back to that. But yeah, predictfully.app. Go check it out. Right. Let me get back to the football. Are we kicking off yet? Oh, it's just showing all the other games that we've got tomorrow. I'm going to stream like this tomorrow, actually. Brazil versus Japan. Looking forward to it. This game's been really good. Norway aren't great at the back. Ivory Coast could beat France in a friendly. Exactly, dude. Ivory Coast are a fucking team. They are a team. Big, athletic, strong, technical, organised. Never say die attitude. I like Ivory Coast. If I had to pick one of the African nations I expected to go furthest, it would have been Ivory Coast, were it for the fact that that they'll play Brazil in the next round, unless Brazil or Japan, and I think that'll be tough too. You know what? I've been super impressed actually with the African nations. They've gone from being kind of like super passionate but just not technically good enough to now having, well, I mean, they've had 10 teams come to the World Cup and 9 of them qualify for the last 32. You're a Newcastle fan, fair. Was that about my Bruno comment? Yeah, I am a Newcastle fan. Hopefully he stays at Newcastle, eh? Any word from the Brazilian side? Is he staying with Newcastle or is he going to Arsenal? Sorry, I just sniffed. Right. Players back out on the pitch. Some really good attacking talent. Dude, totally, right? The next few games, fucking hell. The bracket couldn't be more exciting in my opinion. Some people are like, it looks rigged. Well, look, Argentina have landed in a nice side of the draw, but the teams that could have been in that side of the draw with them have fucked up. Portugal should have been in that side of the draw. You know? But they couldn't beat Colombia. There you go. That's what happens. Fucking Portugal. Not convinced by Portugal one bit. I think they've got a phenomenal midfield on paper. Not convinced. Watched them for the first half against Colombia last night. Mid. Genuinely believe that. South Africa have made a change at halftime. Who's that? So they bought off Mofokeng, which always makes me laugh because his name looks like Mofo Keng. And they've bought on Mbatha. So Mofokeng was number 10, so he was in the 10 position behind the striker, and he's come off now. And Mbatha's come on, who's number 5. I need to remember that number. Right. We're off again then. So South Africa now in their home strip, yellow with green shorts and yellow socks, are shooting from left to right. And Canada in all black shirt, socks, shorts are right to left. See how we get on. Thank you to the 582 of you that have tuned in. I notice a bunch of you have tuned in different places. 300 of you have come through via my own X account. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. And 276 of you have come in via, excuse me, Predictfully, which is the prediction market that I was just showing off a moment ago. So thank you to you guys also. Do me a favor, guys. Drop me a comment like the guys have been here. It's been great to chat and catch up with these guys, but also drop me a repost. Repost in the stream is so valuable to me. It gets it in front of so many more people. Like I said, I'll be doing this again tomorrow night for the Brazil versus Japan match. I'll be doing it on Tuesday for another really good match, which I can't remember. Netherlands, maybe? Oh, I can't remember. I'll find it. And I will be doing it on Wednesday for England versus Congo. That's a 5 p.m. kickoff for us. Yes, love it. 5 fucking p.m. Means I get an evening afterwards, hopefully, if we win. First observations, Canada have got it up them. Like, they look like they are putting a lot more, they've been told to be a lot more aggressive on the ball. They're not giving South Africa a second in possession. As soon as South Africa got on the ball, they're being rushed by Canada. Be interesting to see how long they can keep that up for. South Africa kicking out from the back here. Oh, he's managed to hold on to that. Nice in possession in midfield, actually. Wonder why they made that change. I wonder if that lad got injured or if that's a tactical change. There's one player in particular for Canada. It's Miller, their left midfielder, who is becoming a real nuisance. And Madao, the right back for South Africa, is really struggling to keep possession of the ball when he's around. So that will be quite interesting to see. Oh, they're doing a Mexican wave. They've just zoomed in on someone doing a Mexican wave. And she's dropped her mobile phone over the top of the fucking thing. It's gone down into the crowd below. Oh well, never mind. That's that gone. And that's a free kick. Oh, I can turn my volume back on, actually. I missed my volume. That's better. I missed my match play volume. I know you guys can't hear it. Zach, Canada. I don't know, man. Maybe Canada, maybe South Africa. I mean, I've bet on South Africa. I'm hoping for South Africa, but it was a more emotional bet than it was a thought out technical one. I've been given so much shit by the South Africans in the last couple of weeks. I thought, well, if I bet on South Africa and they win, I can turn around and say thank you to the South African people, and they'll probably engage with my post. And if I bet on South Africa and they lose, I can blame them all and I control them all. So I figured that was the way to do it. Interesting. This game's obviously being played in Los Angeles, but on the board in the middle of the park where they show like the location, they've called it California. I appreciate it's in California. I know that. But most of the other ones they've done have been in cities rather than states. And that looks like a bit of a horrible challenge, actually. Oh, he's caught his foot. I'll be alright. He'll be alright. He's up on his feet now. Who's the ball for then? It's a throw in to Canada, about 40 yards out. Out for another corner now, about 18 yards out, and a long throw in here puts it right in the mixer. That's a trend that's come back. The long throw. Who was the lad at Stoke City that used to do it? Was it Rory Delap? He had a throw in like a fucking bullet. It basically meant you had a corner kick if you conceded a throw in the other person's half. I'm pretty sure it was Rory Delap. Canada in possession here. Well, look, we've got to have a winner come out of this one. So, really interesting, isn't it? Like, where does the gap come from? Where does the break come from? My phone's fully charged now. Great. I haven't looked at it in a while. Sorry, just going to quickly check a couple of things. My other mates are talking about cricket. They're England cricket fans. I gather something's been going on there. I personally couldn't give a fuck about cricket. Not at all a cricket fan. There's a long throw in now from Canada. Bumped on by a header. Out, in fact. And that will be a goal kick to South Africa. Who has kicked it up. And yeah, once again, South Africa 2v2. Canada have got some players back now, but there you go, South Africa. There's your moment. Oh, okay. Canada have got possession back. Interestingly, they've just given a free kick to Canada for what I assume is high foot, but the foot is like at waist height, and the Canadian player has gone to head it down near the ground. I've always been frustrated with that. Like, It's a more natural place for a fucking foot to be than a head to be. Anyway, never mind. They've fucked up the free kick, not done anything with it, and now it's back in possession. Yeah, as he should be. Canadian coach looks pissed right off. I like his get up. The Canadian coach. He's in a pair of like indigo Levi's and a grey Canadian sweater. Very cash. Brings out some funny things from managers, doesn't it? Like coaches. Remember, what was the guy that played for was the coach of Germany like 10 years ago? Joachim Low. He had like a style, didn't he? With his like white shirt and his Lego haircut. Like jet black hair, wasn't it? That's a foul. That is a foul on the halfway line. Saying he got the ball. You didn't get the fucking ball. You didn't get the ball at all. You went straight through the player. Oh, I don't like it when people say I got the ball like that. Got the ball. Alright. You know there's a camera on you, right? Weird. So if England can... So what's this? 4-4-2 dominating. Canada playing pretty well. Dude. Are we watching the same game, Zach? Not dominating anything, mate. Nobody's dominated. I would say South Africa have had, with the exception of that corner, which Canada really should have scored. I think South Africa have looked the better attacking. I would not say anyone's dominated this game by any means. I think compared to the South Africa team that opened the tournament versus Mexico, this South Africa team looks significantly better proposition. Man on! Okay, playing across the back. One more across. It's obvious what he's doing. Into the middle. There we go. Fucking hell, God. Back to the keeper. This play out of the back thing. Fucking hell, it's so boring for football. Look, the keeper's fuming. Oh, it is boring, mind. When they play out the back like this, the fans are booing as well. Weird, though, that Canada don't press that. I suppose they know that they'll get dragged out, and maybe that's why South Africa are doing it. Lovely football forward. South Africa on a break here. It's 4v4. Little overlap here. South Africa. Oh, you've missed it, mate. You've fucking missed it. Oh, he's joggled it. How has he got that through there? It's now far right. The move is broken down, but still, South Africa have got the ball on the right-hand side. Oh, that's annoying. He missed a beautiful ball on an overlap there, and that would have been in. That would have been a shot. They would have tested the keeper with that. Lovely ball in, deep over the top. Canadian goalkeeper claims it. Interesting. I think... I do love a weird... hang on a minute. Are you... So someone called Anongus Dowling has said about my bets. Bear in mind I'm $6,000 up in this World Cup. And you can see all of my receipts if you go to the link in my bio, which brings up my World Cup Challenge website. He has said to me, and I quote, "Your bets are shit, mate. And you're, Y-O-U-R, a dick, not Y-O-U-R-E. Small dick also." I love that. Your bets are shit, mate, and you're a dick. Small dick also. How do I reply to that? A pleasure to meet you. Fucking love it. I love the internet. People just don't care, do they? Anyway, here we go. 57 minutes. 57 minutes. Gone, and I'm singing 57 minutes because the football is shit. Oh, they're doing Mexican waves in the crowd. Literally loads of seats empty because people have gone to get beers. Hydration break. Is it a hydration break? I shouldn't be. You know, it's only been 12 minutes in. So why are they all getting hydrated? Has there been an injury? So weird that, because there must have been a foul or something. Oh god, the Mexican wave is really off-putting. Can we fucking get the football going again, or what? What's going on? Okay, substitution. So I think it was an injury, and a couple of changes for Canada. Saliba coming off for Segur, and Bombito coming off. Best name in football for Wow, I'm fucked if I'm going to pronounce that. Figueroa. It's French, right? De Figueroa. My Francais is not great. Any other abusive posts on X? Let's have a look. Mark Goldbridge. One pet hate of this World Cup is the frequency of the Mexican wave. I think the pet hate is actually the fucking production team's insistence on filming it whilst the football's being played. Canada on the ball. Actually, a nice little move here. Oh, well blocked out by South Africa. You know, Canada. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was really close. Oh, referee's calling it. Oh. What happened there then? So, I'm not really sure what happened there, but Canada, it looked like Canada won the ball and were free. And as it happens, they've just done a drop ball. I'm not really sure what happened there. But the Canadian player looked like he was through, and he's pissed off that he hasn't been given the opportunity to run on with that. Observations. South Africa's defence. When in possession, horrendous. Scary. Need to be rushed more because they just... I mean, the goalkeeper's literally got the ball at his feet. And then he's going to put the ball up. But he waits there for 20 seconds waiting for a fucking player to come and challenge him. Anyway, awful. South Africa defence, awful in possession. South Africa defence out of possession, defending, pretty good. Pretty good. They don't let a lot go by them. And they cover really well, and they swarm an attack. Anyway, that's enough of that. Right. South Africa in possession now. Oh, that's a lovely play down the left-hand side. Unlucky. Great challenge there from the Canadian. Number 4. Who was that? He's actually been quite good. I've seen him a couple of times. Number 4 for Canada is... Oh, no, he's not. He's one of the lads they've just brought on. That's where I saw him. He is... Is he the one with the cool name? He is. Figueroa. Right. South Africa in possession. What does everyone here think, by the way? You having a good... You watching the game? Who here is watching the game versus who is just watching me watch the game? Drop me a comment in the little box thing and I'll bring it up. Oh, South Africa have just had an effort from long range. Canadian keeper rooted to the ground. Let's see how close that was. Takes the shot, right foot. Oi, oi, oi. Close. Close. Brings it out. Completely sells 2 Canadian defenders. Oh, heck. That would have been a lovely goal. A lovely goal. Just going to quickly drop a message into the Predictfully chat. What is everything... No. What? Oh my God. Does everyone think so far? South Africa or Canada? Yeah. Right, South Africa on the ball. That was offside, wasn't it? It looked offside. Oh no, perhaps not. Canada have got the ball anyway. Move it into midfield. Moving the ball forward with pace. This is where South Africa come across though. Yep, done it again. Like I said, like when it comes to recovery defending, South Africa do really well. They do really well. They track back well. They work as a really good unit, and they make plenty of blocks and they dispossess. But in possession, they look frightening. Canada just aren't doing enough, if I'm honest. When in possession, they don't move the ball directly enough. They don't commit enough players. It's very, very, you know, I'm saying it now and then in a minute we'll see one of the guys in the Predictfully chat has just come back and said, I feel super sleepy. Gosh, yeah. It is a bit like that, particularly when the South African keeper has the ball at his feet. It's a really weird thing he keeps doing, although he's pumped the ball up there. Lovely ball up to the South African lad who I quite like. Their number 4 is Mokoena. He's a decent player, he is as well. Not bad players on the pitch, but this is not exciting free-flowing football. Ooh, Canada look like they're on the run here. That is a beautiful ball through. Jonathan David. Oh, wow, what a block that is. Jonathan David gets a shot off. It's kind of deflected off the keeper who's rushing out to it, but it sits up beautifully for whoever the next... Who is it that comes in behind it? It's not Jonathan David, sorry, my bad. It's Oluwesi. And then Jonathan David runs into it, and somehow the South African defender gets across and beats the ball out when Jonathan Davies was just running onto it. He might have even chested it into the goal. What a fantastic block that is from the South Africans. They've gotten away with one there. Canada with a corner kick coming in. That was very interesting. Came out of nowhere, really. Came out of nowhere. Oh, I tell you what, those corners. Canada's corners are quite effective. The South African players don't appear to have figured... Oh, this is great. Referee view of the thing. So look, great. Saved. Oh, wow. That referee cam is so cool to watch the goal. So Oluwesi broke, got played through. A South African player tried to get the ball away from him and just missed it. So then he was free. He tried to put the ball with his left foot underneath the right side, or the left side, sorry, of the keeper, and he managed to just get a hand and kind of flick it into the air. If the South African defender had not then come across and cleared it, either Jonathan David would have chested, headed, kicked, kneed, shinned, whatever into the goal. And in fact, it wouldn't surprise me if nobody was there at all if it had gone in. Canada with a little bit more about them here. David in possession. He should really be trying to get into the box, David, and he's had to drop out a little bit. Oh, and they've given it away. That's a yellow card. That is a yellow card all day. South Africa had a break on there. Yeah, absolutely, he's been booked. Who is it that's just been booked for Canada? Silly challenge that was. He's done well. He's done well to just be... Oh, here we go. Hydration break. For fuck's sake. Yawn. Farah says, South Africa. I don't know why. Same, man. I don't know why either. Oh, we've got Bull here. Wow. Will this game... Will this game have overtime? It will, mate. It will. Extra time. Yeah, it will. I know. Just fucking send it to penalties now, eh? Put us all out of our misery. Friday, Argentina, Cape Verde, 10:15 p.m. UK. That'll be a great game. Well, it won't actually. Personally, I think Argentina run riot. Saturday, Colombia, Ghana. The Black Stars versus Colombia, who I thought played really well against Portugal yesterday. Right, so during the hydration break, this isn't even a fucking hydration break. None of them, there's like 2 of them there with a water bottle. The rest of them are just being told what to do by their coach. I'm not keen on, I like his get up, I think I said that earlier. But this Canadian coach, he's sort of like, he's a bit smooth, isn't he? He's sort of smoother than a shit sandwich. Jesse Marsh. Kind of feels a bit like everything he says has been rehearsed. And he's a bit like, hi. Sparkly teeth. Did you see who was the Uruguay manager? He fucking lost his shit. Who was it? Ex-Man United manager. Can't remember his name. But he lost his fucking he lost his mind. I think it might have been Friday night. Really unhappy because they didn't qualify. Funny to watch that. Do you know what? I actually really don't want this to go into extra time. I would much prefer this be resolved in 90 minutes. Just having a quick look at Twitter, see what's going on. People basically talking about this Johan Manzambi link to Newcastle United. Newcastle always get linked to some really good players and then don't sign them. Alice. Oh, fuck off, Alice. Says the Spurs fan. Is she a Spurs fan? I can't remember. She might be a United fan, actually. I'm just going to get that right before I fuck it up. No, she's a United fan. Are you streaming until penalties? Yeah, mate, till the bitter end. I won't stop. I'll go all the way through. You going to hang out with me, Bull? Right, some more changes happening on the field. See if I can keep up with a few of these. So we already had Saliba and Bombito going off. And now we've got number 11, who is Miller, going off. That's a shame. I thought he was good. And Schaffelberg's coming on. And Oluwesi's come off as well for David. I thought Oluwesi was fucking decent. I thought he was playing quite well. What are we up to here? 70 minutes. So we've got 20 minutes of regulation time to go. My water's finished. Oh, I've got a bit of rec left. I might have to get up and go and get some water in a minute. Yes, good Bull. I'm glad. Good man. Stick it out with me. I like it when I got someone to chat to, mate. It makes it so much better. Honestly, I'm very grateful. I will probably have to get up in a minute and go and get some water. What was a Kalshi advert on the pitch? Right. Ball breaks. Canada in here. Ooh, South Africa clearance. This is one thing you might see now. 20 minutes to go. All breaks and hydration breaks done. You might find now that there's like, what wins this isn't a momentary piece of genius. It might actually be a disaster. It might just be someone falling flat on their face and letting someone through, or a goalkeeper gaff. Because people are getting tired now. You've had to concentrate for 70 minutes in elite competition, with the result of it being will you or will you not get into the next round. It's not like a group stage where you know there's one more game. This is it. One of these teams has got 20 minutes of football left in them, unless it goes through to extra time, and even then, you know, it's nearly over. So this is about mental willpower as well as physical and technical ability. Canada clear from South Africa and get a hold of the ball. It's getting a bit like that as well. Jump in, headers all over the place. Might see it stretch here a little bit, which would be nice. Come on, South Africa. $1,000 if they do this in regulation time. I've got 18 minutes left. I don't think I've got it. Oh no, I have. Yes. I've bet on which team progresses rather than which team wins in 90 minutes. Good. Oh, oh. It's a foul to South Africa. Is he alright? He's been bashed on the head. Sigur Ross there has just whacked him on the head. Is he already been booked, Sigur? No. Oh, right. It's very difficult, by the way, to keep up with who's on the field and stuff when loads of subs have happened, because I'm looking at like the original team sheet and then looking at the subs, and it's a bit much, you know. Anyway, right. I'm really looking forward to Brazil-Japan tomorrow night, by the way. Orlad guy says Canada for some reason. He expects Canada. I think they look a little bit stronger and a little bit more likely. But I think South Africa have got that little bit of magic in their boots that might be a opportunity to get a winner. That is genuine. That is where I feel like it's at the moment. Oh, that's not magic in his boots. Oh, yes, it is. South Africa. Oh, God. And Canada have immediately got 7 behind the ball. Wow. So the ball went out wide left and a sweeping cross came over. And as far as I was concerned, that ball was dead and buried. And, and it's kept in by the head of Madou, but it then doesn't quite drop in the right way to anyone, and actually the shot ends up happening outside the 18-yard box. Buchanan off now, so that is Miller and Buchanan off, and Oluwesi. See, this is where you have to trust that you've got a good subs bench, and Canada have really had to show it here, because for my money, Buchanan and Miller were the most attacking. They were most likely to have attacking joy for Canada, and they've both come off. So I haven't yet seen enough of who they've come off for. And Oluwesi obviously had the clearest chance, missed it. Jonathan David has been a bit quiet, actually. So is that how many subs have been made now? 75 gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that's all 5 of Canada's subs made. Also, super naive from that manager, from that coach. All 5 subs made, right? If they have a player get injured now, shot. Oh, wow. Ball broke on the edge, and it was Promise who had a free shot. He's about 20 yards out, hits it with his right foot, just goes wide. I think the keeper had it covered. Let's have a look. Did he? Oh, no, it could have snuck in that. It could have snuck in, but he just scuffed it a little bit. And that's a goal kick, South Africa. Anyway, as I was saying, Canada have now made 5 out of 5 changes, okay? We've got 15 minutes left of regulation time, plus whatever's added on, plus potentially 30 minutes of extra time, plus penalties potentially, right? That's Canada. Canada's team is on the field. They get an injury, you're down to 10 men. They've made all 5 subs. South Africa have made 1 change. That might prove to be significant. I'm really shocked that with 15 minutes to play and potentially extra time and penalties, Canada have made all 5 subs. Expected goals, South Africa 0.17 and Canada 1.12, and I think that would come down to that shot there and also the one off of the corner and the one earlier that was saved off the goal line. Canada should really have had 1. South Africa doesn't look like they've got an attacking plan. They attack without direction. They look more comfortable with getting to penalties. They rely more on their goalkeeper strength. The guy is good at penalties. Oh, I didn't know that. That's good information from Orlad. Canada have got the ball here on the edge of the area. They've played lovely football in. Great save. Great, really close distance save by the South African goalkeeper. Canada have got the ball back at their feet again. And it's now gone out for a Canada throw-in. Wow. Team with a strict plan. Get it done before the extra time. Yeah, Canada have come out and said we're going to have to win this in real time. And South Africa, I think my man's right. I think you're right. Canada are going for it, and I think South Africa are happy to soak it up. If this match goes to penalty, South Africa wins. This is coming from a guy in the Predictfully group chat who is from Nigeria and has got massive knowledge about African football. Davies has brought some impact. Yeah, I agree. He has looked quite good since he came on. So Davies came on for Buchanan. So that's probably about 5 minutes ago. And he's immediately come on and looked sharp. He's the guy that just put the ball in a moment ago. South Africa also starting to sit deeper, which could be an issue. Notice that the South African team have started to sit a bit deeper, which is going to be dangerous for them. Sorry, I'm talking to you and I'm chatting into my group chat. If you want to join that group chat, by the way, the link in my bio takes you through to my $500 to $10,000 World Cup challenge. I'm at $6,500 at the moment. You can have a look at all of the receipts for all of the bets I've made so far. And there's also in the menu the opportunity, there's a link to join that group chat. It's a lot of fun in there. We've got about 400 people that are chatting generally about sport and the World Cup and what's going on and all of those different things. So a lot of fun. Overall, this is how knockout should be. No one should get it easy. I agree. I really agree with that sentiment. There has been so much talk today on the timeline about different routes to the final and how some teams get it easy and some don't. And this is case in point. There are no easy games in the World Cup finals. It's also been it's frustrating, this game. Oh, South Africa. Giving the ball away now. Throw in to Canada. They've put it on the field. They are looking to go for it here. I think they've moved to having 3 up front, pretty much, Canada. So they've got 2 sweeping defenders. 2 wing-backs have moved much further up the field. A bank of 3 and another bank of 3. There's the ball in. Oh, Canada are knocking on the door here, guys. They are knocking on the door. And South Africa have not got a lot. That's a free kick. All that talk on the timeline about Johan Manzambi to Newcastle, and I've just seen someone post, "Welcome to Liverpool, Johan Manzambi," in about a week's time. Probably. Seems to be how Liverpool do their business these days. Just wait to see who Newcastle are linked with. Understand Swiss... Oh, fucking hell, Craig Hope. Understand Swiss midfielder Johan Manzambi has turned down Newcastle. Canada on the attack here. It's into the keeper's feet. Clubs agreed a deal, but sources close to the 20-year-old say he'd rather stop breathing than join Eddie Howe's side. Newcastle now looking towards other targets. Scotland's Kenny McLean admired. Fucking hell, man. What is going on at Newcastle United? When was that posted? An hour ago. Oh, hang on a minute. It's okay. It's I'm gonna delete my reply quickly. It's from a fucking spam account. It's from a pretend. Oh well, I'll keep my reply. Right. Where are we at? 83 minutes in. Same really applies. South Africa trying to soak it up. Making me feel quite nervous. Canada looking to finish this in regulation time, which means they've got about 10 minutes to go. Extra sub in extra time, isn't it? Is that true? I don't think that is true. I don't think so. I think you get 5 subs, mate, and that's your lot. Fucking extra sub in extra time. Any team that took up to 3 goal difference wasted without a penalty wasted. That's not in my opinion. Oh, South Africa take the ball down there. Make the ball. Lovely football through. Take the shot. Bang. Oh, wow. 20 yards out, 25 yards out, 25 yards out. Number 7 takes a cracking shot, and the Canada keeper does a great job to hold on to it. Who is number 7 for? It's Apollos, who's stayed on for South Africa. Oh, there's a slip. South Africa clear it. Still with 1 sub made. And now the ball moves forward. Oh, that's a foul. That is a dreadful foul. He's told him to get up. That is crazy. Well, now they're saying he's dived. Well, if he's dived, book him. I don't think he has dived, by the way. South Africa here have definitely got the opportunity to catch Canada on the counter. They've been sat deep for so long that Canada have almost become blasé about the fact that they can be 20 yards further up the field. That's another free. It's a free kick. I think whoever that was there has done well not to get booked. I want to go back and see that one where they've said to dive. Right. South Africa finally making 2 more changes. So Moremi and Reyners are coming on, and it's Makgopa, who is their striker at the moment. He's coming off for Reyners. And who's number 8 coming on for? Who is that? Number 12 is coming off, who is Maseko. So the three of the front lads have come off. So they're keeping the defence as it is. I suppose you get onto a point, right, where you feel kind of like you don't want to disrupt the defence. They've got a bit of a rhythm. And maybe you make the change in full time, between full time and extra time. They've done well there. That's a great tackle from South Africa. David looked through. As Bull says, come on, Canada. I don't know, man. I quite like these South Africans. They're sort of plucky. I think they're doing pretty well. I think Canada are not much really to them. Although they're a home nation, aren't they? So we probably should like Canada. But I don't know. Probably because I got money on it, mate. That's probably it, to be honest. Right, 87 minutes gone. Fucking hell, extra time coming, isn't it? My God. Right, here we go. South Africa on the ball. Go on, we've got the other end now. Just fucking boom, net it. That'd be great. Oh. South Africa just giving away possession. 3 on 3. 3 on 3. South Africa gonna have to put it in here. Ball gets pulled across. Oh, that is so wasteful from Canada. Fucking hell, that is dreadful. That is dreadful. And now South Africa can break. Go on, lads. because they just committed 5 up front then. There's the ball through. So this is one of the new lads that's just come on. Turns around. Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. That's it. Lovely. Oh, they played the ball back. Interesting. South Africa, like almost like they're not in a hurry to go and win it. Literally, like, have they even had the conversation internally and said, let's just grind the fuckers down and win it on extra time and penalties? Oh, he's kept it in. Yeah, well played. I don't know, it's making me feel a bit nervous, all of this. I don't know why. Not my team. Okay. Right. There is in South Africa on the ball. Here we go. He's clear. Oh, you just have to take that and you are in, Mr. South African substitute that's just come on. Fuck. Ball got played through. All he had to do was take it in his stride, and his touch has just like kinked the ball up, completely killed momentum, and then the Canadian defenders come in and sorted it out. But he takes the ball in his stride there, and he is in. 89 minutes played, people. We are about to find out how much added on time we've got before we go into extra time. $800 of you. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you all. Oh, thanks so much. There's a loud, resounding boo when South Africa get possession across their back line, because they're very comfortable with just not moving the ball forward, and Canada aren't prepared to commit and get the ball off them, because they know as soon as they do that, they create a gap, and South Africa put the ball over the top. But South Africa playing fucking risky game here, really close football across the back, thinking they're like 5 minutes added on, that's it. 5 minutes of stoppage time before we get extra time, and then maybe eventually penalties. And Canada finally get possession of the ball. It felt like South Africa had the ball there for about 15 minutes. Oh, ball played forward there, and a Canadian defender's just intercepted it. South African lad was on the run if that had made it through to him. Out for a throw-in. See how far he carefully walks. Not even talk. Quick throw-in taken. I think Canada have just scored, by the way. So I'm a little bit behind on what I can see. But I've just seen a goal come up on my thing for Canada. And the ball's gone across. Is far out. Bang. It's a goal. Canada have scored. Wow. Canada have scored in the 91st minute. Am I going to go and rip some South Africans for this? Oh, loads of Canadians are going to be really sad tonight. You've been fucking shite. South Africa have not put anything meaningful together here. They have tried to get away with something where they get into extra time, maybe penalties, and they've been punished at the end. The ball comes across from the right, gets played in to the centre, gets headed back out to the edge of the area, where it is Esther Eustaquio, the captain, on the edge of the area, who doesn't even take a touch, hits it on like the half volley, puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. It's a great finish. Canada go into the last 16. Interesting now, because South Africa fucking got their knickers in a knot, and they're going for it. Shame they weren't like this 10 minutes ago, isn't it? When they had all the possession. Oh, and now they've given it away. Interesting to see if Canada go and get a second one here. Well, because South Africa are going to have to throw everything at the ball. And Zach coming on saying, told you, Canada. Oh, yeah, because that was totally deserved, Zach. They haven't done anything for 90 minutes. Fuck off. I'm not having that, mate. You're not telling me you told me. Oh, wow. Yes, Canada. That was not deserved, man. It hasn't been deserved. It's been crap from both sides. Crap. Canada are in here. Maybe they get a second. 93 minutes, so they've got... what have they got? Bull, told you, Canada, you can fuck off and all. Told you, Canada. Told you. 93.5 minutes. That's it. 1.5 minutes to go. Canada are just like... Shh. Wow, Canada into the last 16 at World Cup finals. Fair play to them. I thought South Africa would do this. Yeah, there's a Canadian guy here on the TV just sunk into his seat. Like, oh, how have we done that? Agreed, man. How have we done it? Good for them. Good for them. Right. And so that is Canada's first game in knockout football. And no sooner have they had a game, but they've won it. And they're into the last 16. So who will that mean they'll play in the next round? There it is. So in the next round, they will play. That's 94 minutes, 20 seconds left. Oh, 1 minute more. He's just said 1 minute more because of the goal, of course. So we'll go for the 96th minute. We're in 94.50 now. They will play the winner of Netherlands and Morocco. Well, on this basis, whoever wins out of Netherlands and Morocco wins the fucking round of 16 match. Because this has been Scheisen. Alright? Scheisen. Fucking shit. Shit game of football. I'm delighted that it hasn't gone to extra time, because it would mean I've had to watch another 30 minutes of this shit, and I didn't want to. That's it, isn't it? 95 and 30 seconds. Here we go. This is it. 30 seconds to go. Canadian crowd are saying, why aren't you calling it? It's because you scored a goal in injury time, you fucking idiot. So you add on a minute. Here we go. 20 seconds to go. 15 seconds to go. Put the ball in. South Africa, put the ball in. And the Canadian keeper comes out and gets a hold of it. I think that will be that. Oh. Couple of players kicking off. Tensions rising. Back off. South African guys trying to start a fight. Mate, if you'd have had a bit more fight about you during the game, you'd have been fine, wouldn't you? No fight about them. Right, that's 96 minutes. You would expect now that this goal kick comes out and it's done. South African manager looks like Richard Curtis, the old actor who was in Gladiator, the one that got killed, Marcus Aurelius. Is that it? Yes, it is. Congratulations to Canada into the next round. So I am 0-1 for games in the knockout. No, I will never again be bullied by a populace to bet on their team because they're telling me I'm a prick for not believing in them. Just as expected, South Africa, absolutely fucking Scheisen. Got away with it the other night. Should never have been in the knockout stages. Never, never, never. Can't believe they managed to get through. And South Korea, in the place of South Korea. South Korea should really hang their head in shame that they didn't qualify. These were not worthy of a knockout game. And to be perfectly honest with you, Canada ain't much either. So that is a bye for either the Netherlands or Morocco that play them next, because both of those will absolutely take this Canada team to pieces. Khalid, Canada had so many chances. Yeah, but they didn't do fucking anything with them, did they? I thought that was crap. I thought Canada were really poor. I thought South Africa were really poor. I thought it was a shite game of football. And I think Netherlands or Morocco whoop either of them. Right, I can turn that off now then. So that is done. I'm going to turn that off as well. Right, okay, lads. Well, look, thank you so much. Appreciate everyone that watched. Canada had so many chances. Yes, I agree. They definitely were the team that were more likely to win. No doubt about it. But I still don't think they looked that great. They had the corner, which should have been was a clear cut. Then they had one early in the second half, and then they also had that mad clearance. And then they had the goal. So there were 3 real big chances, and they took one of them. I don't think they last very long, Canada. I think Mexico and USA are better teams. Interesting to see how they get on in their matches. Mexico-Ecuador is actually going to be quite a tough game, isn't it, for Mexico and Ecuador? I think 2 great teams. I think USA will probably beat Bosnia, but then I think they could get undone by either Belgium or Senegal. So great stuff. Well, look, thank you so much for joining me, all 837 of you. Been great to watch this evening. I will be back tomorrow for Brazil versus Japan, which is one that I am, so excited about. In the meantime, you'll see me on the timeline. Take it easy. Have fun.